Yeah, darling. I said I was going to sleep, but Grandma just can't sleep. I just took a nice hot bubble bath, put some soap in the water, and I didn't really have no soap, so I had to use some. Shh, don't tell nobody. I had to use some dish detergent, some Joy. But there was so many bubbles in the bathtub, the bubbles running all over. Grandma just got to thinking about the Bible and everything. Don't worry about what's on my head. It doesn't matter. It could be on somebody's rear end, but Grandma got to keep her hair. Remember, I told you my wig is in the shop. I got to get the wig out next week sometime. Then I was thinking about how the people sin and adultery and everything, and the Bible speaks highly of adultery, especially in Proverbs. If you take out the Bible with me, those that's still up tonight, take out the Bible and go to chapter 6 in Proverbs, verse 23 through 33. It says, "For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instructions are the way of life, to keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman." In other words, don't go out, guys, and mess with something that don't belong and stick your tongue in somebody else's mouth because it's not right. Especially if you're not married to her, or if you're married and you shouldn't be doing it because God is watching you. I promise you, He's watching you. Lust not after her beauty in their heart. Now, I know there's a lot of beautiful girls out there that try to trick you. They try to have big, pretty green eyes and blue eyes and slim bodies. Some of the fat women that try to trick you too, and they wear tight stuff, spandex, and next thing you know, they take it all off, and they're big as a house. So don't get tricked. So lust not after her beauty, thine heart. Neither let her take thee with her eyelids. In other words, don't let her wink at you. You might be in trouble. For by means of a whorish woman a man is brought to a piece of bread. In other words, men are very weak. You see something, they're walking. And women, you got to stop shaking when you walk and putting on all this makeup, because that's what makes a man weak. I guarantee you, if the women didn't wear so much makeup and wouldn't look so good, guys would be better off. Some guys, not all guys. And adulterers will hunt for the precious life. They be looking for guys who's doing good, and the girls, and then the guys start adultery, and then they're in trouble and ask for forgiveness, and they get forgiveness, and they go out and do it again. Okay, it say, can a man take fire in his bosom, and his clothes not be burned? I don't think so. His clothes are going to be burned if he do the wrong thing, because he's going to hell. And hell is not a place you want to go. Can one go upon hot coals and his feet not be burned? I don't think so. I think if you step on a hot coal, oh, they say you can walk on fire. I don't think you can walk on fire. I don't know. I've never been to hell and don't plan to go. And these people that's walking on fire on earth and not saying nothing, they must be saved. So he that go into his neighbor's wife, whosoever touch her shall not be innocent. Yup, yup. You should not be innocent. Don't mess with your neighbor's wife. Don't mess with nobody's wife, because it ain't your wife. Go get your own wife if you want to touch somebody. That's nasty anyway, touching somebody else's wife. God says it ain't right. You repent your sins right now. Men do not despise a thief if he steals to satisfy his soul when he is hungry. Oh, I see. It's like he's hungry, right? The man gonna hungry. If you're hungry, you go get a pizza. But if you're hungry for sex, you go out and get you something. No, that ain't right. Just because you're selfish. You're selfish. You gotta just learn to avoid the temptation out there. There's a lot of temptation out there. Grandma used to get tempted with the guys in church, and the guys come wearing the right suits. And I lost Roscoe, my husband. I used to get tempted, but after about a week, and I said, these men ain't no good, 'cause that's the reason they're dressing up in church some of them, so they can see the women. I like men to go to church just wear regular clothes. Don't have to wear a tie or nothing like that. Men do not despise a thief. But if he be found, he shall restore sevenfold. He shall give all the substance of his house. In other words, to give up everything. Give up everything. Your wife, you cheater. You're a cheater. God's watching you. God don't like cheaters. But whoso commit adultery with a woman, lack of understanding. That's right, you don't know right from wrong. That's why you do the thing that you do. Don't tell nobody. You don't have to tell nobody because God is watching anyway. God knows every move you make. Sometimes you want to go out and make a move. You say, well, I ain't going to tell nobody. You don't have to. He knows what's going on. A wound and dishonor shall he get, and his reproach shall not be wiped away. That's called closing the book on you. Now, let's look at everything we talked about. Just don't do it. Nike say just do it. Just don't do it. And don't be a sinner. Stick with your own wife, your own family. Sex ain't everything, I know. It's been 74 years since I've had anything. It's been 74 years before I get anything else. I don't care about it. Don't make no difference. That's why I wear my underwears on my head. I ain't got to take them off of nobody. It ain't right. And you got to do what's right in life. Don't tell nobody. Okay, baby, Grandma's really going to go to bed tonight because I'm getting sleepy. I can see one of my eyes are falling down right now. One of them is about to fall asleep, baby. Grandma is about to... Oh, don't tell nobody.